He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my late to review for Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, the season finale episode 20 of season 2. It came out on Thursday, and I planned on doing it earlier, but I was like, I'm chilling. Like right now, I'm in my pajamas. It's late on Sunday. Y'all will get this, about 3-something in the morning. But I hope you all enjoy. I ran out of words to say. Anyway, if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird. Singing that note sometimes it be a lot, okay, to make it sound a little bit right, but a little bit wrong, but a little bit right, because I ain't no singer. Anyway, do not forget to like, comment, and share this video, to hit the notification bell to let you know when I have new videos, shop my Teespring merchandise, make sure to follow me on Instagram, J_Lees_corner, and that's JAY. All that good stuff. Y'all know the P.O. box, the email address, all that is in that description box below. This episode of Growing Up Hip Hop, I felt like it was Bow Wow feel. Like, I feel like we didn't really get much of anybody else. There was a lot of bit of Bow Wow. 1 or 2 scenes with Lil Mama. But I'm like, where's the rest of the cast? Like, Masika didn't have shit going on. Johnny didn't have shit going on. Ayana didn't have shit going on. Shania didn't have shit going on. Like, no one had. And I'm like, at this point, cancel the whole show. We don't need a Bow Wow TV show. And this was a Bow Wow TV show. And I was looking like, well, bitch, was I bamboozled, hoodwinked, and led astray? I think I was. Okay, we see it's the whole thing with Bow Wow. It starts with him at the party still fighting production. Get off of me. Don't feel me. Leave me alone. Bitch, I'm a baby. Acting little babies. Act like a little brat. Okay, little spoiled ass little brat. So, from there, we see it's the following day. And Brad goes and she talks to JD. Because I kept wondering, like, where the fuck was JD at when he was out there acting like a goddamn on fool? So JD, like, I had already left and I didn't find out about it until it was on the news or whatever. And so Brad, like, yeah, he was out there cussing that production, going off on them, all because he was telling the production people to stop filming him, and they were still filming him. I'm looking like, well, bitch, you're on a reality show. What part of you shooting a show don't you get? Like, it was just mind-boggling to me. Okay, he says, and she say mainly because he was upset because him and Loloki was beefing. And because they were arguing, he didn't want production filming him on the phone with her while they're getting into whatever little argument. But I'm looking like, Bow, it was just dumb. You know what I'm saying? It's just dumb. And she like, I was going to go to jail for fighting his ass because somebody called the police and we ended up all having to leave or whatever because it was this team too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel I'm pissed off because I had to leave my own party to not get in more trouble because he wants to act a plum goddamn fool. But I mean, I would have went back in and sat my ass down. I would have been like, you know what? I don't know what happened out there, officers. It's enough production people that they could have talked to where Brad did not have to even get involved. But, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole show. JD was like, you should have left his little ass, like, you should have left Bow Wow there to deal with the police. And if he would have got arrested, is what he deserved. You know what I'm saying? He may need that. And Brad said, you know what? His little ass man, he needs to go to jail for a little bit and sit his ass down and do some things. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's very, very true. And she like, what's going to happen when he on tour and don't nobody clap for him or nobody really, say, yay, Bow Wow. Like, how he going to feel when he don't get his way? Because when he don't get his way, he act a plumb fool. He didn't get away with production because they kept filming him, and she's like he knocked the camera out their hand and was just acting a whole fool, even trying to fight me. It was just team too much. And he like, I don't have time for him fuck up the goddamn the concert. Like, I'm gonna have to talk to him and let him know, you know what I'm saying, that girl making him act crazy, he need to cut that bullshit out. I'm like, well, it's been happening the whole season. We see Deb and Teresa meet up. Teresa's Bow Wow's mom. And I had pictures and stuff, but I'm looking like I don't care enough to put pictures up. So, Teresa brings up how she is scared for her son. You know, she said she's scared because she said she felt like she see him spiraling, and she just is happening right before her eyes. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know, even for her it was hard seeing Bow Wow flip out because she's like, I remember my son doing that or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, he would do things or whatever, and he would also talk about how he would talk about planning his funeral. And she's like, we will all laugh, like, whatever, you gonna need more money to do that. And just like, you know, it was just different, you know. So she was like, you know, my son was in this, and he would say that, and we would laugh, laugh, laugh. And she's like, you know, but my son killed himself. And the way Teresa looked shocked, I'm looking like, everybody know the damn son committed suicide years ago. Like it was like on Love and Hip Hop. It happened when it was like it was bad. You know, she says the thing that kind of brings her comfort is one thing that he would tell her how good of a mother she was before he died. But she also brings up how at the same time she wished she would have paid more attention to him than other people. She's like, sometimes I feel like I paid more attention to other people's kids who I was managing than I did my own son, who may have needed me to just look at him a little bit more and see he needed a little bit more help. Because sometimes if you just pay a little bit more attention to your kid, you can see they're out of control, some things are going wrong, and they need help. So she wished she just paid a little bit more attention to him. And you know, she tells Teresa, like, you know, go to your son, talk to your son, allow him to dump all his feelings on you. Allow yourself to be that sounding board. You know what I'm saying? Save your baby, because once he's gone, he's gone. I think that is the absolute. They'll be talking a lot of bullshit sometimes. She put up a lot of bullshit for no reason. I feel like this is the most real conversation anyone has ever had on this show, truth be told, because you know, her son dying was, you know, her son committing suicide was detrimental to her, because when she was on, her and even Walker and even Tammy, they was all on Love and Hip Hop when, like, you know, right, not like right after it happened or whatever, but you know, after it happened. And she was just saying how just horrible it was. So I feel like her going to Teresa and saying, you know, you may need to, you know, look after him, like close eye contact with him to make sure that he's okay, because you never know how quick things can just be out of control. And Teresa, like, you know, I just dread even thinking about, you know, someone calling me and telling me, you know, my son's dead. And you know what I'm saying? So I need to talk to my son. So we do see her and Bow talk, whatever. And you know, she's like, I heard the commotion outside of the party, and never did I ever think it was you. So to come out there and see how you was acting, how you was uncontrollable, and no one could, you know, get you under control, like, it's just crazy. It shocked me. When I went home, I grabbed 5 Bibles and started praying. Now the first thing I said was, why does she have 5 Bibles in one house? I mean, I have 2. I have the one I was in when I was little, when I was like a 5 or 6, and I have, you know, one I got when I was a adult. But I'm like, wow, she had 5 Bibles? Okay. Anyway, you know, that part with me was, I was like, oh, 5 Bibles? But she said I just was praying because, you know, you were extremely out of control. You were uncontrollable, and I've just never seen you be that wild. You know, Bob brings up how he was wild, you know, he was flipping out or whatever. No one could calm him down. It was very, very bad. It was a horrible situation or whatever. You know, he tells us what happened. He said, you know what I'm saying, I called Lola on me. Okay, I called Lola on me, you know what I'm saying, and she told me that she left because I was up to something and I did not really want her there. And I'm like, why do you give any fucks about what Loki wants? Okay, no one cares about Loki. Loki died on the Avengers. No one cares about Loki. Okay, we got about Thor. Okay, so your Loki or whatever, her, why did you? It was just the stupidest. He gave an explanation as if what he said made any sense, and it did not. She said I was up to something, and so she left. She said I didn't want her there. I was acting funny, so she left. And he's saying she know how much that pisses me off or whatever, and so when she said it, I lost it because it pisses me off. I'm like, really, Bob? Really? That's your reason? That's your excuse? It was a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, You have not been yourself since you've been with that girl. That girl is like, y'all situation is toxic. It's a whole toxic thing. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be that way. You need to like let her go. And he said, well, I agree it is toxic. He's like, but I feel like too that she's my best friend. Like, and you sound dumb. You can't say that someone's toxic and they're your best friend. Your best friend won't be toxic. It's just null and void. You know, he says it's tough because I wasn't acting like this before I got with her. And he then says, so I do realize it's a toxic relationship, whatever, and it's not working, and I'm over and it's done. Are you done? Are you really done? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna even unfollow her. And he went and showed how he like unfollowed her on Twitter. Oh, you done. Because you do know you unfollow somebody on social media. That's like a done thing. But at the same time, you just follow them back later. Anyway, girl, bye. Lil Mama. Lil Mama was real quick and easy too. She met with some people called the Walls Group. They come to work with her music or whatever. They're a group who are like siblings, like a whole little family group or whatever. I'm a black family, whatever. Cute. And so they're a gospel group of siblings. So they came to sing with her, and they happy to be there. She happy they're there because she wants to get over her fear of singing in the booth. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they sitting around chit-chatting how they both in one way or the other have been the underdogs, how they both one way or another had to overcome some odds. So they had that in common, and they were to work together. So we do see them in the studio vibing, you know what I'm saying, vibing, maxing, relaxing, whatever. And, you know, we do see Lil Mama like hum a little tune, you know, write a little something. I'm like, okay, she got a tone on her. And, you know, they're like, all right. You know, and it was about, you know, basically being misunderstood, you know, people not really understanding them or whatever. It was a cute little session. So from there, they're like, okay, now was your time to go in the booth. And so she's like, what, me, really? I'm like, you in the studio, which is always gonna happen. She go in the studio, in the booth, and she's like, oh, I'm so nervous that. And they're like, you know, no, don't be nervous now. Like, it's okay, just sing. They have her in the booth, and they have her lips moving, and the voice is coming out the speakers. I'm looking like, that ain't Mama. That ain't her. It ain't her at all. But I'm like, they fooling us? Like, I'm like, what's going on? Like, y'all, this is when I say production and editing will make you believe there's no reason to watch a reality show because it's all fake. That ain't Mama's voice. You can't fool us into thinking that's her voice. They didn't show her voice at all. And then Lil Mama went on Instagram after the show aired, of course. She's like, yeah, the scene in there where I'm in the booth, that's not my voice. That's so-and-so's voice. One of the girls within the Walls group. You know what I'm saying? The girl who voiced it was also commented, I don't know why they use my vocals on your scene. And, you know, it's not your voice. Like, and you sang your own thing, and it's great. So the song is called They Don't Know. And it's going to come out later. It was dumb to me to have Lil Mama's storyline be she's in Atlanta to do music. She wants to be able to sing a little bit more to, you know, pay homage to her mama. You have her come work with these gospel artists who help her to get in the booth and sing something, and then production or editing puts somebody else's voice. I'm like, the fuck? Really? Anyway, I was confused. And the rest of it is a lot of Bow Wow bullshit that I don't really care about. You know, Bow went and talked to the brat. The brat still pissed. You a brat, you a child, you childish, you did all this bullshit. It was my party to celebrate me being on probation. You know, it was my party to celebrate the people who had helped me through being in prison, being on probation for 7 years. It was so hard for me to not get in each other for 7 years, and you fuck around and ruin it on one day, and I could have, you know, had some other stuff happen. It was just unfair for you to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? He like, I was drinking Hennessy. She's like, it don't matter. You know, you a whole ass brat. Like, you can't, you know, you should not do that to people or whatever. And, you know, he like, I was with Kilomi, and she was toxic, and, you know what I'm saying, Kimono made me feel this kind of way or whatever. She did. But I'm done with her. Whatever. I don't believe y'all get back together. No, I'm done. I'm really done. Girl, you know, he apologized. I'm sorry. I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? We not getting back together, whatever. And I know I was wrong. And she kind of won't forgive him, but then forgives him in the same light. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still pissed off at you, but I will always be there for you whenever you need me or whatever, because we family. Okay. Next, he go talk about to JD. the same bullshit. I was upset with her because she said this. I was upset because, you know what I'm saying, Loki left. You know, she called me and told me I was being stinky, whatever. And it escalated. And he like, you could have got arrested. Like, you could have went to jail. Well, I know, but we over it. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, so the same thing. He could have just met with JD and Brett at the same time. We did not need two scenes of that. We did not need two scenes of that. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Brow said how you done with Loki. And they're not together no more anyway in real life, so who cares? You know, we see a little short scene of Masika about getting her mama Benz. No, was it the Benz? Yeah, Mercedes Benz. Okay, congrats to her mama. Her wig was ugly. Masika's not the mama's. We see a scene of Bow Wow and Soulja Boy meet up. I'm like, Bow Wow and Soulja Boy? I'm like, I could just imagine Soulja Boy sitting up there with a fake blunt in his hand with some tin cans around his neck saying, I got into a shootout on Bow Wow's private jet. Pow, pow, pow. And then Bow Wow, I'm like, oh, I got it on film. I'm looking like, y'all both fake. I mean, it was just two fake people having a fake-ass conversation about nothing. You know, the one thing I will say is, Bow Wow was accurate in saying how Soulja Boy was like kind of the first artist to put his music out like on SoundCloud, on the red or on online and get paid from it. He did pay the way in that aspect. True. But I mean, other than that, I ain't care about nothing else they was saying. He brought up how he broke up with Loki and how he's single now. He trying to chill out or whatever. I don't care. I'm like, this is the most not. If there was like negative million fucks of how much somebody can care about the scene, I'm negative million times two. Okay. We see Deb and Brandon. You know, Deb had Brandon come over because she wants to kind of make amends, or she's like, you know, life is so short. I don't want to not be able to be in constant communication or any communication with my kids. And I'm like, but he not your son. And not only that, it's just like Brandon's a grown ass adult who Dad met like 3-4 years ago. So it's weird for me. I'm looking like, but you know, she is mama. So you know, she said she just want to be able to be in touch with our babies. Well, he's a grown ass man. You know, Brandon is coming in talking about how he's different now. You know how he had these different issues before, and he was really going through things, and he knew things he didn't say before wasn't right. But he was just going through things, so he just kind of fell to the wayside. You know, took the back seat or whatever to kind of get himself together, or just not feel like he was, you know, I don't know. And I didn't care. I felt like Deb and Brandon had a conversation in code, okay? Or the editing was horrible. At one point, I was like, don't you ever do that to me again. He like, well, Dad, Mom, you know what I'm saying? I was having a hard time. I'm like, but what the fuck is y'all talking about? No one remembers what y'all was beef out about before. I've never seen two people have a conversation on TV where none of it makes sense. And all I got from it was, Deb wants him in her life still. He was going through some things, probably mentally, emotionally, whatever. Because we know he was not also admitting he was gay initially. And he came out with the closet during last season. And I'm like, I don't think it was a secret. But who knows what inside battle he was facing, you know, dealing with that. And, you know, Deb, like, I would never turn my back on family. I love you. And they hug. I'm like, Brandon was on this episode only talking to Johnny. On the phone. Like, I don't think we saw Brandon. I'm looking like, this is how we are. We then see they have the concert. The big concert in Atlanta. Because the 25th anniversary of So Def wasn't a tour. It was one concert in Atlanta. JD and Brad performed. They showed that. We see Bow Wow perform, and he was happy, mainly because he's like, you know, he was he never thought, he said, I never thought I would be back on stage performing for 25,000 people. Neither did I. Okay. He also brings up how it was amazing to have his daughter in the audience because she's never seen him perform anywhere. And I say that's true. You know, it's one thing to be a whole star when you're young, but for your child to see you perform and see the love from everybody, that was a great thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a sold out tour. Or, no, sold out event. So that was great. And then the end of the episode, Bow Wow, like, I'm going to invite somebody else. I want to see somebody. I'm like, I'm like, is it his baby mama? Is it going to be a plot twist where she say, I'm really pregnant by Future? That's what I thought was going to happen. It's fucking No Seeker. I'm like, no one cares about No Seeker. Like, girl, I'm like, why is Bow Wow talking to No Seeker about Kilolo and him being broken up? We don't care about No Seeker. We don't care about no Kilolo. We nothing. Okay, and then she gonna say, me and Bow Wow, we like magnets. Girl, like rotten ones that don't nobody want. Okay, I just can't. I cannot. And she said how he need a girl who already has her own, who has her own bag, who's already, what I'm saying, famous. So I'm just like, that ain't you. I can't. I cannot. I mean, this season was horrible. Horrible. Like, I don't even know. Like, they don't need to come back for a season 3 unless they have real people who has grown up in hip hop. Masika don't need to be back. I know Kimoni won't be back. They need to do something. Like Shania, JD daughter, do something with your life, girl. It was just the most boringest, bullshitty ass episode, season finale that I've ever thought. I'm like, it was a Bow Wow filled episode. And I don't really watch growing up hip hop for Bow Wow. Like, not a whole fucking episode of him. Not that much. Not my goddamn time. It's just bullshit. I'm like, how do you have a season finale and you don't focus on the main people in the cast? Now, mind you, Kimoni, who was in the beginning, the little promotion, is broken up with Bow Wow, but she could have at least got a proper send off back to the Wild and Out Girls Lounge or whatever. How do you not show Ayana? Is she not doing nothing with her life? Like, where is Shania doing? Nothing. I'm like, growing up in Pop Atlanta, like, get it together. Get it together. Okay? I will be reviewing Growing Up About LA. That comes on, I believe, in like a week or two. So I will be doing that. But I need Bow Wow. I need all of them to get it together. Because another season like this counts for the whole show. Trash can right here. Throw it away. Anyway, I'm done. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and